found it. Master, the power is gone. Your saber restored. But with your crystal, I shall bring you back to life. Yes! He is risen. He is risen. And I will be his greatest champion!
Vader, he's our man. He can't do it. No one can. Vader, he's our man. Emperor's gone and he's gonna rule the universe! It totally rhymes. Boom, what's up, peeps? It's me, your boy, MC. All the lights are on. Lego light is on. We are live-ish in the Lego Lounge, peeps. You know, what can I say? Some things are funnier than others. I thought it was funny, though. I know this is technically Rey's saber. However, if you know the story, you know. So, we'll get that out of here for now. Peeps, what are we building today? Boom! It's the Mould King Darth Vader Lightsaber. Yeah, I brought this out too, and I didn't think about what I was doing. So anyways, boom. I'm so excited to build this. As soon as, I think it was Kim that sent me a link for the lightsabers, or maybe I sent it to her. I don't remember anymore, but I had discovered that Mould King had these lightsabers, which totally stoked me. But then I realized they didn't have the Vader saber. Kim definitely sent me a link to this and said, hey, look, they got the Vader saber now. So I was super happy to see that. I had to pick it up because I love lightsabers. Oh no, stuff is flying. I love lightsabers. But what's better than a lightsaber is a brick-built lightsaber. So, bam! This is a Mould King. Okay, not Lego or Louis Bricks. It's Mould King set 10237. 1,627 plus pieces? That's funny. I did pre-open this set because I was trying to see if there were digital instructions. I can't find any. There's QR codes in here, but they don't really work. They send you to like some WeChat thing. Not really sure what that's about. I went to their website. I couldn't find any good answers. This is a lighted set, by the way, which is super cool. But yeah, anyways, I did a lot of messing around. I got tired of messing around. And so I just said, to the heck with it. We will just roll with it. I believe there's, let's see, how many numbered bags? So there's 4 sections. Looks like most of them have 2 bags each, except for bags. Nope. Alright, it's just bags 1 and 4. So sections 1 and 4 have 2 bags each. But, boom, here we go. I'm going to have to work around having paper instructions, but I'm totally okay with it because I'm stoked for this build. It looks like they kind of sorted some of the pieces within the bags, though, so that's kind of neat. Anybody that has been with this channel for a while knows that this is actually the set. Sorry if you've heard the story before, but this is actually the set that got me back into Lego. I'll try to keep the story kind of brief, but you know, on my very last deployment, I was out there with this amazing Chaplain West. I'm going to sort this a little bit at a time. There's a lot of pieces in one bag, and there's 2 number 1s. So we're starting off with the sidetracks already. Anyways, my very last deployment, I was with this amazing person named Chaplain West. Very awesome dude. I still keep up with him today. And we just had a lot of chats about different things. And we talked about a lot of our interests, and we had shared a lot of interests. So Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and horror movies and all this different stuff, right? I don't know why I'm putting these over here. They go over here. Sidetrack 2. Anyways, at some point during that deployment, and during a lot of those discussions, he had mentioned that he really loved building Lego. And he had all these Lego sets, and there was ones waiting on him at home. He couldn't wait to get back and build them, and I do believe he specifically referenced this set. So anyways, he ended up going home before I did, because he was out there before I was. So, you know, we talked a lot. Then he went on his way. His deployment was over. My deployment kept going. Honestly, never really gave it much thought after that. And then I came back from my deployment, and I did at some point start experiencing my PTSD symptoms. Well, even before I returned from that deployment, but that is really when it really hit home, is when I got home and started noticing things were off. And anyways, that was a sidetrack on that story. I don't really know why I told that part, but I happened to be at Walmart one day, and I never used to go down the Lego aisle. It just wasn't a thing I did. Well, I was walking by the toy section, and this set caught my eye. It was on like one of those end caps. And I saw it, and I remembered all those conversations, and I was like, maybe I should pick this up. I bet this might be fun. I used to build Lego when I was a kid. And as if you've been around before, you've heard me say this before. I used to build, in my early 20s, I used to build Bionicle, which at that time, I don't know how, but I never realized was actually Lego. So I have built Lego off and on throughout my life, but I had a long time in adulthood where I did not. And so I saw that set. It got me excited, and I picked it up, and that was the beginning of the end for me. But here's the part that I guess why I mentioned the PTSD side is one of the things that I deal with, and it's, to be clear, it's not like an all day, every day type of thing. It comes and goes. But I never really know what's going to trigger it. But I have this issue where I hear a lot of noise. And it sounds really strange to say, but I could be sitting in a completely silent room by myself. There's nobody here. And it'll happen. It'll be like just all this noise in my head. And that was one of the first things that I really noticed when I started building Lego, is as I sat down and I sorted the pieces and I focused on the instructions and the build process and working through, because again, I had been out of Lego for a long, long, long time. So understanding the way the things flowed, all of it together, all the noise just kind of went away. And so that's the reason this channel got the name it got, because it truly became a therapy for me, where when my life starts feeling so chaotic and I don't know what to do, I don't know how to escape the noise, and I don't know how to get my head screwed on straight again, I just can sit down and I can build, and it all just kind of washes away. So anyways, pulling this set out today made me think of that, and I just really love to bring that up occasionally, because it's, again, I think it's so important to share these stories. It does not fix me by any means. But it definitely helps me get through my daily life. It was kind of funny because this morning I was sitting at the coffee table, or at the dinner table, drinking coffee, and I just opened my account real quick, and I noticed I have 0 content after today. Nothing to put out, and so I was like, oh no, and I honestly started panicking a little bit. I was like, I don't have anything. It's like, today's Monday. Usually I have a short come out on Monday, and then by Wednesday it's my first long form of the week. I don't have anything. And I panicked a little bit, and now I'm sitting here and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling okay about everything. I'm gonna just enjoy the process, peeps. I'm gonna enjoy the process. I'm gonna trust the process, as we say here on Lego Therapy. Are these the same piece that they put in 2 separate bags? No, this is a up and this is a down. Okay, I was gonna say. I might need a fourth. No, I probably can sort these out. So, anyways, so much sidetracking. This is what happens when I don't get my regular therapy. I gotta come in here and really work on this old noggin of mine and keep my brain screwed on straight. I am excited about this set. I don't know. I've heard a few things about Mould King, both good and bad. So I'm gonna go into it with a positive mindset that it is gonna be a good experience. And if it's not, hey, I got it. It wasn't an expensive set, I'll say that much. 16, 27 plus pieces. It's so funny that they wrote it that way. Oh, peeps. What is the dad joke of the day? What do you see if you see a spaceman? Hold on. What do you see? English is hard, peeps. And reading is hard. What do you do if you see a spaceman? Park the car, man. What do you do? Oh. That's such a dad joke. It's such a dad joke. I didn't get it. See, I didn't prepare today. Normally I would read these ahead of time, but I totally forgot. What do you do if you see a spaceman? Park the car, man. Oh my god, it got me. That is so funny. God, that's funny. I'm not just saying it. It is funny. Once it took me. You guys saw this real time, how that worked. Oh man, so funny. As I was trying to say before I sidetracked again, I'm gonna go to this with a positive attitude, and hopefully it's a good build. I think I paid like $60 for this set on Amazon. 1,627 plus pieces. So, anywho, I'm gonna stop before this entire video is just one long sidetrack, and I'll see you guys afterwards for my review. Peeps, let's just build. Okay, peeps, I know I said let's just build, but before I get to building, I need to point out a couple things, because this is kind of wild. I'm going to go top cam only, because I want to show this off. Okay, so if you've heard me talk before on this channel about seance bricks, I say I hate the term snot brick because I've never seen an actual brick with no studs on top. They call it a snot brick, say studs not on top, but there always is a stud on top. Okay, so this is what I would call a seance brick, because it's a brick, it's got a stud on top, the stud's also on the side, right? Peeps, I think we might have our first true It's not brick. Studs not on top. There's studs on the side. Nothing on top. In fact, it's hollow. That is wild to me. Holy cow. Okay, here's the other thing I want to point out. I don't know how these are going to get used, but this is just a little stud and it's flat on the bottom. It might be a millimeter thick. Like, it's so thin. Look, it doesn't even want to focus. That's the whole piece. So I'm interested to see how those get used. All right. That being said, let's just build. All right, peeps. Oh man, Lego light went out and all. We are at the end of this adventure. Oh man, I can't even use the top cam. It's so, I mean, you can see it's going off screen at this point. That's how massive this lightsaber is. I am going to save my review for a second video. I will say this much. It's not my least favorite build of all time, but it's probably number 2. There's a lot of things going on in this build. Let me just say real quickly, this was quite a massive endeavor for any company. I know Lego has some lightsabers out there, and I've never seen one in person. I've never built one, so I have no clue if they're as large as this. Like, let's see, where's my other hilt? This is pretty much like life size. I don't know how the Lego ones go. I don't know if the Lego ones are life size. or if they're shrunk down a little bit. Lego does tend to like to shrink things down a little bit. So I don't have a good level of comparison for this versus other brick-built lightsabers. So I will give Mould King massive props for taking on such a massive endeavor. But there's definitely things that we need to talk about. So I will try to wrap this up just real quick. Again, this is the Mould King creative idea. Vader's lightsaber, set number 10237, 1627 plus pieces. You get the full lightsaber and the hilt, obviously, and the beam. You got this awesome stand, by the way. The stand is very, very sturdy. And you can see why, because this thing is just so big. It is towering over me. Yeah, I definitely have things. I need to jot down some ideas and come back into this with a fresher mindset before I sit here and give a review. But overall, it was, again, not the worst build I've ever done, but not the best by any means. So I'll give you one hint about why. Right, here's the button to activate the lightsaber. No light. So we'll talk about that on the review. But yeah, it was an interesting build. I'll give you a little snippet. You can probably tell from the video, from the speed build rather, a lot of repetition. But it's interesting. It's in my collection now, and I will have to find a place to display it that is very, very safe. So, peeps, if you enjoyed this, please do all the things. I don't know. I will try to do. So this will probably come out on a Wednesday, and I will try to get the review out by Friday. So, fingers crossed everything works out. But again, appreciate all the support. Thank you for coming. I'll see you on the next one. Until then, may the bricks be with you. Holla!